Namah Shivaya, Asanest Fire, here on the way of Dharma. Now, today we're going to discuss a very, very interesting and very nice topic, that of meditation. Om Namah Shivaya. I'm excited to discuss this with you because you are going to learn something new. If you are new over here in the channel, please make sure that you subscribe and make sure that you like. My throat is clear, my chest is clear, all thanks to Vamana Dauti. Okay, so let's talk about this topic without going further astray. So, meditation is a very, very, very beautiful thing. It's a gift upon humanity. I don't know if I'm doing meditation the right way. I don't know if it's dhyana or dhyana. It's a different type of meditation after a certain a certain level has been reached in yoga union. That is, it's a certain stage of Raja Yoga. I don't know if that's the case, but when I do it, I come out feeling peaceful. I come out feeling better. I come out knowing my true self better. Okay, let me tell you why meditation is such a beautiful thing. When you sleep and go to sleep, and this was what I was discussing with my friend today earlier on. When you sleep, you are not conscious basically. You become unconscious. However, the unconscious is also likened to the bodily functions. The unconscious mind is responsible for the bodily functions, sleep, resting, your body going to excrete, waking up at a certain time, and all the habit programs that you have installed in your hardware basically. So that's what the unconscious mind is responsible for. So when you leave the unconscious mind to be active, you are automatically activating or leaving your body to be controlled by the senses, basically. To put it simply and understandably, you are letting your body to be controlled by the senses automatically. Now, listen and listen carefully. When you let your body to be controlled by the senses, the false sense of self, the ego that is, it becomes active, and automatically it latches on to that feeling, that sensory input. It becomes, guess what? It becomes more alive. Take a drink or two, you'll feel alive. Touch this, eat this, you'll feel alive, you'll feel better. That's what exactly it is. The false self using sensory input to actually validate its existence, further reinforcing the false knowledge of self, meaning that it reinforces the philosophy of saying that you are in actuality your body. You understand? So that's what it activates in actuality. Very, very interesting. So we're going back to the sleep part. When you sleep, you leave in your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind, to be active, meaning you are leaving the body under the control of the unconsciousness. Meaning the body is still receiving sensory input, but because your consciousness is not there, you are asleep. You don't feel anything. But the body does, and the unconscious mind does, and it records everything. So, it feeling those sensory inputs, the false self latches on to that identity of feeling senses. You understand? So, in actuality, when you sleep, you are not free from the matrix to a certain degree. Simply by receiving sensory input, the ego latches onto that and feels alive. So you are not, you are resting your body, but your consciousness is not resting. The only time your consciousness will be resting, going beyond consciousness and going to that state of peace, it's when you are meditating. Do you like it? I also like it too. So that's how it goes. That's why meditation is far better than sleep. That's why meditation is far better than the external drugs you may take to kind of numb the pain. You understand? When you wake up in the morning, from the time that you went to sleep, you had already received enough sensory input to actually program you to let the false self validate its existence and perpetuate its life based on the senses, the sensory input. So from the time you sleep up until the time you wake up, it's active. The false self is active. From the time you wake up until the time you retire, doing your daily activities, going about your daily routine, feeling different senses, tasting different food, living a certain way, you are further validating that false self. That's why you see some other people going about doing tapas, austerities, performing austerities and performing their meditation daily and making sure that they stick to a routine filled with meditation and not seeking other sensory input. You understand? So, meditation in actuality, you are aware, you are able to be aware of your true self, and you are able to go to a place where you can't go even when you are sleeping. You understand? I don't know how to explain it. I don't know the best words to try and uh, explain it to you, to translate it to you. But in actuality, this is what I'm talking about. Meditation is the best when it comes to that. You understand? When it comes to that. Because when you sleep, when you are asleep, the false self is active. You are receiving sensory input, though you may not be aware consciously, but you are. Also, in meditation, it is suggested to reach the state of dhyana, means to be, just to be. You understand? You're not receiving any sensory input from your environment. You're not receiving any sensory input via your ears. You don't feel anything. It's not that you are disciplining yourself and trying to shut down the entire world. You are just being, basically. You exist in a state of being whereby automatically your senses, they are insulated to a point whereby you can't feel anything externally because you have went in. You understand? So that's why meditation is the best practice. You understand? That's why meditation is the best practice. Now, as a bonus, I'd like to talk to you about the shat karmas briefly. The shat karmas are the six, no, not sense, sorry. Six means shat or sat. Shat karmas, six actions, cleansing actions that prepare your body for yoga. They prepare your body for yoga and for pranayama, and they clear your nadis to a certain degree. The dhautis and the other things. Today I did Vamana dhauti and Nauli dhauti, meaning I used an enema and I also vomited in simple English, basically. When you vomit, you activate the chakras from your solar plexus, your heart, and your throat. You understand? And you exercise and you massage that area, uh, activating the nadis of each energy center. It's a form of cleansing of the physical body, of mucus, and also you are cleansing the subtle bodies, meaning you are cleansing the nadis, the pathways, the astral pathways. You understand? So that's what it is in actuality. Cleansing those nadis, physically cleansing your body of mucus and getting it rid of the toxins, and also massaging the energy centers or the chakras. You understand? And stimulating that area to exercise your power. Your solar plexus power, you are activating your heart chakra, you are activating your throat chakra. It will also help you to clear mucus from your throat. Then you will have beautiful, nice chants. Om Namah Shivaya. You understand? So, the Shat Karmas, one of them is Vamana Dhauti. Vamana Dhauti has tremendous benefits. In our cultural knowledge, Vamana Dhauti, it is said that whenever you are being fed a love potion or something that has been enchanted, you can simply uh, take it out by the act of vomiting. You understand? So it's also beneficial in that way. You also are able to empty your stomach, and there's something powerful. It's just that I forgot. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika they do mention this, something powerful about being able to take things out through the the throat, basically from your stomach. You understand? It's a shat karma on its own. You understand? And then there's also nauli. Nauli, uh, dauti, meaning the enema. All sicknesses have a beginning in the gastrointestinal tract. So if you can cleanse that part regularly, you stimulate your root chakra by the way of putting the enema in your anus, and you stimulate the many chakras that are actually in the intestines. It is said that the soul doesn't actually reside in the Shambhavi Mudra. It resides in your intestinal tract. So you are stimulating the higher self, you are stimulating the digestive system to work efficiently. You are also making sure that there's no debris and no food, fermented food left in your digestive system to hinder your nadis, to hinder your pranayama, to hinder your apana. Meaning when you when you use too much apana, meaning when you use too much energy on excretory bodily functions, using too much apana and losing too much apana. So you are in actuality making it easier for the apana and conserving prana to make sure that you raise it up until the crown chakra in Sadashiva or Sadashivo. So those are the things that are beneficial with those things. And also, it is very, very hard for you to be bewitched or to be enchanted when you have nothing in your gastrointestinal tract. You sleep peacefully, you conquer many other diseases. You can also remove and reverse some of the diseases just by fasting and abstaining from food. You understand? So the best thing that you can do to someone who is sick, take them off food, take them off medicine. Automatically the body, the divine intelligence, the consciousness knows what to do from then on. So anyway, doing all that stuff, you need to bear in mind that the most important thing is meditation. You understand? After eating that food, after doing Vamana Dhauti, after doing Nauli Dauti, you must remember that you are in actuality your true self, which is soul. Forget about the looks, forget about your personality, forget about your titles, forget about everything that will make the ego, the false self, alive, basically. You understand? So, this is what I wanted to discuss with you, the concept of meditation. Meditation is very, very powerful in that aspect because it makes you aware of your true self at the same time, in a very effective way to whereby you can dim the senses for a while, or you can switch off the sensory input for a while, receiving divine intelligence, divine downloads, and psychic power. Om Namah Shivaya. This is what I wanted to discuss with you. Make sure that you do like, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you do begin the practice of meditation. You understand? If you want me to share some of the techniques that I use for meditation, you can comment in the comment section and I will be sure to talk to you. You understand? About the practice of meditation and what you can do as a start. It's not something very, very difficult. It's not something very, very out of reach. It's something practical and easy. You just have to do it consistently to get results and never be hard on yourself. You just be. I never thought I would say this in my life. You just be. I used to think those people are stupid by saying you just be. I always looked for something rigorous to do, something very, very strenuous to do when meditating. But now I just be. I just be. So you just be in the art of meditation. This is what you do. This is what you do. You don't force anything. You don't try to focus on anything in particular. Yes, Asenest Fire here on the way of Dharma. I'd like to leave you with a chant of peace and studying together. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Salutations to the Guru. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Salutations to Mahaganapati. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Salutations to Mahadeva. Om Namah Shivaya. Salutations to Shri Bagalamukhi Devi. Om Shri Bagalaye Namaha. Salutations to Shri Mahalakshmi. Om Shri Mahalakshmiye Namaha. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.